The domain of the Big Cats is evident throughout college football. Tigers, lions, wildcats, and cougars. The apex predator of the jungle or the mountains prowls this landscape, and when we get a pair of them together, claws will certainly fly. Welcome to John O'Quinn Field in H-Town, home to the Houston Cougars. As we'll see a team looking for its first win, the Kansas State Wildcats, taking on one of the top 5 teams in the conference, the Houston Cougars. For EA Sports College Football, I'm Reese Davis, joined here in the booth by David Pollack and Jesse Palmer. And guys, let's get this thing started. Houston about to kick off to get things underway. Looking for an alley from inside his own 10. He was hoping for something a little more dynamic, but they get him on the ground at the 20. So Kansas State's offense will have the opening possession of the game. And for their sake, they better hope they've solved some of the turnover and protection issues that just plagued them in a nightmare of a game last week, Dave.
It was not a good performance. And this offense has got to grow. It's got to get better. And they've got...
There he goes! And he's got enough for the first down. They'll mark it at the 34.
I'll tell you what, you want to quiet this crowd down. You want to do something demoralizing to your opponent. Establish the run game early in the offense.
Nice move there. An explosive play in the running game as he's got the first down. They moved the chains on the ground last time. Let's see if they try to hit him up top.
When the running back gets going and gets ahead of steam like that, so hard to get to the ground. That's why you blitz. That's why you bring pressure. That's why you bring more guys in the box so you can get him before he gets going. But once he got going, you could tell it was hard to get a hand on him, hard to get him to the ground.
The give to the tailback. Not much running room there thanks to this senior defender.
And that run really didn't go anywhere. And a lot of times we don't focus on it enough. How important those 5 guys are up front. To get on those defensive linemen, to try to move them out of the way, to get a run game going, it squarely falls on the shoulder of those 5 offensive linemen.
Good, solid pickup there. Now they can start to smell it with a first down at the 31. And the Wildcats kept this drive moving on the ground. Now back to work. Buys a little time. He'll pull it down. Finds a crease at the 20. Shoved out of bounds. They'll mark him down at the 15-yard line, and this offense is doing work. Kansas State has it with another 1st and 10. Using the quick game. Now the connection takes it to the 11. Going to work on 2nd down, and the red zone is still some ground to cover to pick up that first down. Wants to throw. It's Kennedy. Makes the grab. Couldn't quite nudge it in. Not sure you could get much closer, but it'll be 1st and goal. The Wildcats, once backed up in the shadow of their own goalpost, throw into the end zone, and it's picked off. And they'll close in on him after a good return on the interception. All wideouts, no backs. Wants to go up top on 1st down. Grabbed in the middle. It's Harmon. Now they've got a little room to work with. They're out to the 28 with a first down. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. Off the play fake on 1st down. Wants to throw. Intercepted. Not much of a chance on the return, but they'll have the ball at the 33. They've got the big fellas out there. A 3 tight end look on 1st and 10. Off the bootleg, wants to throw it. On the move, he fires. Complete to the left. Really nice job there by both guys to throw and the catch to work that defense and get the first down. Off the bootleg, looking to fire. Zings it complete to the right. He stopped just short of the goal line at the 1. An explosive play has him set up. And the Wildcats have it in scoring position on 1st and goal. And he takes it in for the score. Touchdown, Kansas State. They get set for the point afters. We have the first score of the game. We check in with Kevin Connors. What's going on, Kevin?
Boys, expect the unexpected in college football, and for some, this update could fall under that category. Virginia Tech was far from the friendly confines of Lane Stadium, but still managed to scratch out a win. And there was a lot of chatter this week about this group not being ready. Time to check those receipts, if you know what I mean. Regardless the outcome today, guys, these are still two quality programs. Proof the sport is as healthy as ever.
And Kevin Connor's keeping an eye on everything all over the country. Sounds like they had a good one there. Now the play fake. And the Heat will get home, and the quarterback goes down at the 17. Now a lot of work to do to move the chains, keep this drive alive after that earlier sack. On 3rd and long, he'll need to loosen up that arm. He did not make it a stone wall on 3rd down. Houston sends the punt team onto the field. 3 and out, they got stuck in reverse. They hope the punt can bail them out. Able to get the first one of the day away. They did have to send him out 3 times in that victory last week. And the punt team able to sling him to the ground. K-State has the ball back, and the Power Cat offense returns to the field. Already a solid start to this one. Now back to work with this 7-0 lead. And this one will be stopped for no gain. Didn't get much on 1st down. It's 2nd and 9. They go to the ground. Oh, he's got some space. They are on the move down to the 32, and they pick up another 1st down. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. Off the play fake on 1st down to throw. Oh, he dropped it. That deep ball was right on the money. You just have to make that catch. Behind the chains now on 2nd and long. Leaves it with the back. Got the 1st down and more. And he runs it in for the score. Touchdown, Wildcats. You're not going to keep the lid on this guy forever. Sooner or later, he's going to get loose.
He is. He's a bad mother. Shut your mouth. I mean, this dude can make plays. That's why you keep feeding it to him, because at some point, he's going to break it loose and make a huge play.
And he'll just take a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. They'll put this one in play. First snap of the drive from the 25. Rides to back and leaves it. At the 35, he's loose. Ripping off a pretty good chunk of yardage and got it out to the 41 with a 1st down. Big chunk play to start this drive. Now they'll really try to take it to this defense. Makes a man miss. And he's able to bounce off 1 tackle for a solid pickup.
You love to see this on offense. Early in drives, getting that kind of yardage keeps you ahead of the chains.
Looking to fire. Caught close to the marker. It's Harmon. Makes that one pay off, and they finally get him down at the 38. It'll be 1st down. Guys, it's Kansas State who carries the lead into the quarter break. Man, that was an impressive and dominant 1st quarter. Let's take a look at the stats before we move on. Now the challenge here, they've taken a punch, but they can't let it get out of hand as we start the 2nd. First play of the period, 1st down here. Hand off from the shotgun. Came through like a shot and knocked him down for a loss of 5. The Cougars now with a long way to go to pick up the 1st down. 2nd down, they'll go to the air. Snagged in the middle, it's Spillman. They make the stop, but not before he takes a chunk out of what they need to move the sticks. Now facing a 3rd and long. From the gun, wants to pass. And the quarterback will be slung down back at the 43.
And this offense, man, they're going to have to figure something out. This is already getting out of hand, but they're going to have to protect their quarterback. They're going to have to start throwing the football and having some success, because right now they got a bagel up on the scoreboard.
Houston will be forced to punt. This will be the second time they've had to kick it away. Not going to get a chance to field that one, and the punt will bounce out of bounds. And here comes the Kansas State offense back onto the field. They've already put a couple of scores up, and they look to add to it on this drive. Looking downfield, it's Kennedy. Right on the money. Breaks into the open. And he gets it to the 45-yard line, and that'll be a first down. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. To the air on first down. Moves around to clear up the vision. Makes the catch. It's McGooligan. Really nice pickup on that one as they get it to the 36. It'll be first down. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. They're trying to slow that rush down with the draw.
Really good surge that time by the offensive line. You saw all those bodies by the defense being pushed backwards. That opened up the crease for the ball carrier. He's able to get a really nice gain there, setting up second and inches.
Incomplete. Looked as if he had his man, but just a misfire from this senior. The Wildcats lining up, just needing a few tough inches on third down. They'll try to power their way ahead. He'll come through on third down as he's got enough, and they'll mark it at the 23. Solid run on the last play. Sets this offense up on first down. Use the play fake. Now to throw. Got rid of it quickly, but it's incomplete.
Unfortunate with that incompletion. The quarterback and his intended target not on the same page.
Well, will they dial up on second and a long way to go? Going airborne. Defense is there to make the stop, but he's got the first down, and they'll have it first and goal at the 6. And the Wildcats pounded the rock to move the sticks, now back to work. Looking for the end zone. And he takes it in for the score. Touchdown, Kansas State. How efficient have they been as they extend this lead here in Week 5? And with the extra point, they're up 21-0.
Man, oh man, what a day. His third touchdown rushing, showing you he's got a little bit of everything and padding those stats. And all you fantasy football guys, if you have my man at running back, that's a good day.
Here comes the Houston offense once again. They've got nothing done so far, and they already find themselves in a 3-possession hole, Jesse.
Yeah, and as a head coach, you're wondering, what didn't I say? What didn't I do to get my team ready to go? Because we look like we're sleepwalking at this point.
Yeah, nothing went well in the first quarter. You just say refresh. Like, let's try to find a way now, chip into this lead, try to make it somewhat manageable when you get to that half.
Oh, he had him right down the middle, and it just squirted right through his fingers, and they miss an opportunity for a nice play on first down. And back to the air on second down. Makes the grab on the left.
One of the things you love about this running back is not only can he run between the tackles, but he's also a weapon in this offense, catching the football.
And the Cougars come to the ball, trying to pick up this third and short. Gonna look downfield again. Bought a little time, lets it go. Can't make the connection on third down thanks to that tough, hard-nosed pass defense, and now it's fourth down. Houston sends the punt team onto the field. No fair catches here, looking for room. Couldn't get away from that cover team, and they've got him down at the 23. K-State has the ball back, and the Power Cat offense returns to the field. Really good balance on that last drive. They mixed it up all over the place, Jesse.
Yeah, how nice, too, to have the defense on their heels, because at this point, they don't know what's coming at them. They had problems stopping everything that last drive.
So I think this defense would come back with a little more aggressiveness. I mean, they let them have what they wanted. Now they got to dictate.
Turning it on! Quickly to the tight end. Running inside the 20. You want to talk about shifting the field in an instant. He's got it all the way down to the 10-yard line. To the air, it's Kennedy. Just a little off. Incomplete. Operating in the red zone here on second down. Gives it to the back on the draw. Wrestled down at the 8-yard line as they threaten deep in the red zone. We're at the 2-minute timeout. They built a big lead. They'll try to pile on a little more before the break. They'd love to pick up this third down and get a fresh set with first and goal. On third and long, try to convert through the air. Picked off, and they ruin an early drive with the turnover. Finally brought down, but what a play, not only to get the football, but to flip the field position with the return. He wastes no time and comes out throwing. Incomplete thanks to the great defensive pressure there that sort of threw them out of rhythm. Plenty of work to do here on second and long. They'll throw again after the incompletion. And the pass rush is effective, and they tackle him at the 19. Timeout called here by the defense. It's their first of the half. On third and long, you'll need to push it downfield. And the defense gets loose, bringing the heat, and down he goes again. Quick timeout by the defense there, trying to make sure everyone has the same call. Makes the catch near the 50. He gets a block. He'll be guided out of bounds, but not before a nifty return on that one. And here comes the Kansas State offense back onto the field. Boy, they had that last drive moving a little bit, David, but then the mistake just crushed them.
Yeah, and those mistakes are going to happen. You're going to throw the football, you're going to throw interceptions. But I think I stay aggressive with this offense. I get back to what I did in the first part of that drive, what made me successful.
I agree, David. Just turn the page if you're a quarterback, right? On this drive, you did a lot of good things there leading up to that pick. Forget about it, move on, play the next play.
He's brought down, but what a play for this offense, and they'll have it at the 12-yard line. Running back searching for a hole. And the defense holds firm. No pickup at all on that play. The offense burns its third and final timeout of the half. Going to work in the red zone, they can't pick up the first down without getting it into the end zone. He's got it on the move. And he'll run it into the end zone. Touchdown, Wildcats!
You talk about going on the road and making a statement. 27-0. Hostile environment be danged. You talk about home field advantage. Well, it hasn't worked. They have come in and had answers and started this first half as good as you possibly can.
And it'll be a touchback. The ball will come out to the 25-yard line. The drive starts from their own 25-yard line. First play of the drive, wants to throw. And the heat will get home, and the quarterback goes down at the 17. Running out of time here in the first half. They're going to have to be efficient to put some points on the board before the break. Back to throw, and they've got to be aware of the clock. Finds a soft spot in the middle. He's brought down quickly. Minimal gain there, still a bit short of the first down. That's the end of the second quarter. That means it's time to join Kevin and our halftime update.
Thanks, fellas. Perfect chance for us to put the first two quarters under the microscope. And how can we begin our analysis of that first half without singing the praises of one of the elite backs in football? Racking up huge numbers on the ground, even throwing the occasional block. This kid is the total package. And if this defense doesn't adjust its strategy, he could be headed towards a career day.
And he'll just take a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. Houston sending the offense back onto the field. Got blown out in the first half and now just desperate to find anything to generate momentum here in the third quarter.
It just starts with one play, though. You just need one thing to go right for this offense to start to build that momentum, and then that becomes infectious for the defense, for special teams.
And the rush will get to him at the 25.
Well, we've seen this offense struggle early in this game protecting the quarterback. They went in at halftime, thought they had made the right adjustments, but it's not looking like it right now. They're still having issues keeping this guy standing up straight. Up front, they're just getting beat across the...
And he feels the heat coming and it burns him up. Another sack. Houston will be forced to punt. Doesn't say much for your drive when you're looking forward to the punt. Yet another punt on the way. Got to make sure that hamstring stays loose. He's been busy. Quick! Oh, another great move. That nifty return sets up the offense and negates some of the yardage on the punt. K-State has the ball back and the Power Cat offense returns to the field. Leaves it with the running back. They're trying to send a message with this running game. He stopped after a pickup of 4 to the 33. After the productive first down play at 2nd and 6. Going to take a shot at this DB. And it's picked off at the goal line. Picked up a few extra on that return, but what a play by this defense to get the football. The Cougars buried deep in their own territory, just trying to find breathing room on first down. Burrows his way for a couple. He's out to the 8. Picked up 2 yards on that last one. They need 8 on 2nd down. They'll go to the ground. And maybe he'll get back to the line of scrimmage, but no more than that.
Really nice penetration by this defense, getting in there immediately, causing the running back to have to go a direction he doesn't want to go. And this defense has started the game so good. Several drives, no points allowed, and setting the tone on this drive.
Got his man. And with that effort, they pick up a fresh set of downs. They have it at the 34-yard line. To the ground with the back. They stop him behind the line of scrimmage. He ran through one guy, but not through the rest.
This offense has got to get this thing going, man. Nowhere to go. Where do you want the running back to go? He gets tackled for a loss. Offensive line has to block better. They got to create...
There he goes. Several defenders there to get him on the ground.
Definitely been tough sledding for this guy, especially in the first half. They gave him the ball a bunch, but they just don't have a ton of yards on the ground to show for it at this point. That looked like a pretty good run, though. You just wonder maybe in the second half, if they keep giving him the football...
Time running out, and he goes down at the 34. Houston sends the punt team onto the field. They're up to a half-dozen kicks today. And the coverage team able to wrestle him down. And here comes the Kansas State offense back onto the field. Last drive ended with an interception, and they can't afford to have that happen again. Spins away from the defense. They finally wrestle down the senior, but not before he picks up some valuable ground. They've got it at the 37. It's 1st and 10. Quarterback moving. On the move to the right and looking for a big one. Makes a grab on the shot. He'll go out of bounds right at the 30-yard line. A big play as this offense in business. Looking for space. It's Jackson. He is going nowhere. Stop at the line of scrimmage.
Yeah, and listen, the offense has had their way, and they've had so much success and so much production. But listen, at least the defense got a rep. You know, maybe this gets you a spark. Maybe this gets you some energy. Maybe we'll see a little bit more life in this defense.
Yeah, they may not win the game, but I think this defensive coaching staff at this point, based on how this game has gone, they're just trying to find things to build off of. Maybe that's something they can point to as they get ready for their next opponent, of things they did right, things that they got to do more consistently moving forward.
Now on 4th down, they'll send out the field goal unit. Didn't make them sweat at all. It's good. And that'll add 3 more to a lead that is already way out of hand.
And you want a touchdown and you want to be aggressive, but, man, right down the middle, that obviously gives me some confidence down the road that I can trust this guy.
The Houston offense ready to go back to work. They'll put this one in play first snap of the drive from the 25. That last drive fizzled out, Jesse. They had to punt it.
Yeah, they did.
And the pressure gets there. And down he goes at the 18. The Cougars have put themselves in dire straits after that last play. It's 2nd and a mile. Power football with the run. And he'll lose yardage on this play. Loses 2 yards. Great job by the defense. Not exactly the ideal situation for this offense. 3rd and long, backed up inside their 20. Under fire. And that defense gets to him, and down he goes at the 9. Houston will be forced to punt. 3 and out, and not much choice but to get rid of the ball. So from his own end zone, the punt is away. Makes the catch at the midfield logo. And the punt team gets down there and gets the return man on the ground. K-State has the ball back, and the Power Cat offense returns to the field. They've got the lead here. Last time they settled for a field goal, but David got to find... Oh, he's got some space. Oh, the quick spin move. They finally get to him, but what a play there to pick up the first down. That's the end of the period, and Kansas State is on top. And this beatdown is close to completion as we reach the end of 3. Let's take a look at how we got here. So will the beatdown continue, or is this a comeback for the ages in store? We'll see as we start the 4th. They'll try to open this quarter by sticking it in the end zone here. Off the boot, looking for his man. Touchdown, Kansas State! And they add 6 more to the board with that trip to the house. Things a little more comfortable after that score and much, much closer to a win here in Week 5. And let's check in with Kevin Connors in the studio. Kevin?
Guys, it's a final now in one of the more intriguing games of the week, that notable ACC clash. Miami opened up a can, and how many times can you say you went into someone else's building and beat them by double digits? It's what happened today, and the rest of college football should take notice. Never know what can happen when 2 good teams face off, but even the most plugged-in ACC fans have to be surprised by this one, fellas.
Yeah, how about that? Sounds as if they had a good ball game there. Kevin, thanks for the update. And the Heat will get home, and the quarterback goes down at the 17. The defense all revved up after that earlier sack, and they'll try to stop him right here. On 3rd and long, he's going to have to turn one loose downfield. And the pressure is coming in, and they get him again. Houston sends the punt team onto the field. 3 and out, they got stuck in reverse. They hope the punt can bail them out. He'll haul it in right around the logo. And you make the stop, and that is exactly what you want out of your punt cover unit. And here comes the Kansas State offense back onto the field. Off play action on 1st down. Gets it out fast. He'll go out of bounds right at the 30-yard line. A big play as this offense in business. Offense picking up steam. 1st and 10 from the 31. They try to pop a run on the draw. Really good job by everybody there. Well blocked, good run, and a 1st down.
Man, this is a punch to the gut. When you know you're losing, and you know you got to get a stop, and you know they're going to run the football, and they still run the football down your throat. It's been that kind of day for this defense.
Here we go. Might as well give it to him again. And he was fortunate not to lose yardage on that play, able to wedge it back to the line of scrimmage. Didn't get much on 1st down. It's 2nd and 9. He'll pull it on the read. Breaks the tackle. He's tackled right at the 10-yard line, and they're trying to cash in on this drive.
And you're seeing his dynamic ability to run the football. That time on the option play, I know he doesn't pick up the first down, but that's still a good chunk of yardage, and the defense wasn't ready for it. Moving forward, expect the offense to go back to the option play again and see if someone will finally take the quarterback and force him to pitch it.
A first down run on the doorstep. He pushes it forward all the way to the 2-yard line. Now on 2nd and goal. Slams it ahead. And this one will be stopped for no gain.
Man, and that's a frustrating play when you go in reverse near the goal line, goal-to-go situations, Palmer. You got to get those positive yards.
Into the end zone he goes. Touchdown, Wildcats.
Pure domination all game long for this offense. Whether they've been running the football, whether they've been throwing the football, critical down and distances, situationally all up and down the field. This defense has had no answer for these guys. What an impressive performance by the O.
And it'll be a touchback. The ball will come out to the 25-yard line. The Houston offense comes onto the field. We'll see if they can be a little more productive this time around. A 3-and-out the last time they had the ball. Got his man. Didn't pick up a lot there. Moved it forward just a few. So now it's 2nd and long. Back to pass. Throwing right. Intercepted. Man, they just can't get anything going. They'll be stopped, but not before getting the football and picking up big yardage on the return. What a play there. And the offense takes the field eager to go back to work. They'll keep it on the ground. The clock is on their side. Touchdown, Kansas State. And they take it in for 6 more points.
Man, this has been a complete performance. The defense has been lights out, and the offense, obviously, just continues to pour it on. This is what you call having a great day. Putting it all together, offense, defense, complementary football.
And he'll just take a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. Here comes the Houston offense once again. He threw a pick the last time they had it. Now they have to take care of the football. They'll come out on this drive and let it rip. And the Heat gets there. And they get him down at the 14-yard line.
And how about this defense? They got the donut going. And here's one thing I'll tell you about the donut. Late in the game, you're talking about on the field. We want to finish this thing and keep that 0 on the scoreboard. No matter who's in the game, who we've rotated, everybody's trying to get a 0 up there.
What can you say about the impact this dude has had on this game? He has been completely unblockable all game long, guys. That's his 3rd sack of the game.
He is not going to get there. Stopped short of the line to gain, and it'll be 4th down. So from the shadow of his goalpost, he gets the punt away. On his way from around the 50. Really explosive when he gets his hands on the ball, and he found a couple of crevices and made a nice game before being run out of bounds. K-State has the ball back, and the Power Cat offense returns to the field. Got the first down and more. And the defense finally makes the stop after the sweet run and good gain. Quarterback making checks. A first down run in the red zone. He just kept those big, powerful thighs churning, but he'll be knocked down at the 1. Looking for just 1 more yard. It's 2nd and goal. Quarterback sneaks it ahead. And how about the work up front by that big defensive line? They'll go jumbo package. 3 tight ends set on 3rd and goal. Trying to surge it in. Makes the stop in the backfield. He'll lose 4.
And what a tremendous surge by the defense there on 3rd down in a goal line situation, getting penetration, getting the tackle for loss. Now sets up 4th, and it's decision time here if you're on offense.
And on 4th down, they'll try to salvage the drive with a field goal. At absolutely perfect. Well, that's just piling on. Not the penalty kind, just the mean kind.
And they just tack on more points to this big lead. Listen, fourth quarter was sitting extremely pretty. Not give up big plays, make them earn everything they get the rest this way, and we looking pretty good.
Starts a drive trying to go up top. Just gets rid of it before the heat. Just had to get rid of that one. Good job to find another play.
Well, at this point, you're still trying to throw stuff up against the blackboard and see if it sticks. You're down by a lot of points, so why not try it, right? And give the offense credit. You know, you're not just going to run the football. You're not just going to take a knee and go into the locker room with your tail between your legs. I like the fighting spirit, just not enough of that today.
Ball's at the 29. Defense can taste getting off the field. It's 3rd and long. They'll run the screen. He's brought down at the 33 as the defense keeps him away from that first down marker. 4th down coming up. Wants to bring it back. Slips through the line. They bring him down. Strong effort by the coverage team, and that's how they'll put a period on this one. When you know you have a team outclassed, the ability to play to that standard and finish with a blowout like this is really impressive.
And it's almost like playing against yourself, right? You know you're better. You know you're going to win the football game, but how do I continue to still execute? This was so easy. Great execution. Just beat down in every facet.
I think as a player, you just love